Good morning, everyone. We're here with another motivational, inspirational, encouraging, empowering call, and you just want to keep moving forward. So, this call is for the dreamer. This call is for the person that is ready to move forward in what they want to do. They're tired of seeing other people pass them by. They're tired of seeing other people move forward without them. They're tired of circumstances holding them back. They're tired. They want more. If you want more, then you got to know that you can be more. But you can't be more if you don't even think you're more, Like we can't operate on just what we know from the past. Sometimes it's not enough. Sometimes we need a little bit more. We need more of a push. There's nobody to check you and say, hey, did you work on your dream today? Well, that's me. Call me the dream checker. Because I'm going to say, hey, did you work on your dream today? Did you read today? Did you read some empowering, uplifting books today? Did you read the word? Did you, whatever it is that you do every day, did you do it? Whatever it is you promised yourself in January that you were going to do, did you do it? Did you go after it? Did you try? Did you take one step? I'm not asking you for 50 steps. I'm asking you for one step. I'm asking you for one step. So that's all that you need to focus on is those things. How do I get my day to go the way I want when it comes to my goals today? How do I get this out of the way? And then you hurry up. If you say I'm gonna go and work on my dream after I get all my work done for today, then maybe you'll hurry up. But when that work comes, you have a sense of purpose. When you're at work, you're just like, oh, I'm gonna get it done. I gotta knock this out. Gotta knock that out because I get a chance to work on my dream today. And your dream is something that you love doing, something that you're passionate. If you're not passionate, it's not gonna pull you through. So you say, I get a chance. I get a chance to start moving forward. I get a chance to start growing. I get a chance to start going in the right direction. That's what I'm telling y'all today. Like, you got to know that you have a brand new 24 hours. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do to get yourself where you got to be? Are you going to let life keep giving you black eyes and not going to take, you're not going to defend yourself for real? You're not going to defend yourself when life gives you a black eye? Right now, you got to know that you got to hit back at life. This morning, we're here to get pumped up, charged up so we can work on our dreams. So you got to get your work out the way. Work is going to be light compared to getting to our dreams. That's where the challenge is. That's where the passion is. And so we're fighting to get to our dreams. We're fighting to get to where we want to go. So I'm so excited this morning. I just want you guys to know that it is possible. You can achieve what you want to achieve. You can do what you want to do. Don't let anybody take away from you what belongs to you, which is your self-esteem, your pride, your dignity. Don't let them take away your peace. Don't let them get you to the point where you're so upset that you just don't know what you did. Don't let them get to the point where you're hurt and you're upset. Don't let them do that. They can't even touch you. You up somewhere else. They can't even hit you with that no more. Their rock cannot reach you. They're trying to throw rocks at you, but it can't reach you. Because you are so much, your mind is not even there. Your mind is not even there. So I talked about, not allowing. Can you imagine? Most of us just walk around letting life continue to hit us. If you was watching a fight and the person's standing there getting hit nonstop, hit after hit, blow after blow, and they just stand there and do nothing. Isn't that how we handle it, though, sometimes? We don't do anything about life. We don't do anything about something happening to us. Oh, I got fired. Oh, something bad happened to me. Oh, this happened to me. But we don't stand up and say, no, I'm standing up for myself today. I'm not going to let this bring me down anymore. You can't control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude. You can control your perspective. You can control how you see things. You got to see the glass half full and not half empty. Know that the glass is half full. Know that there's something in there, because if there was nothing in the cup, then you wouldn't even see it. You just say there's a cup there. But the fact that there's something in there, you got to say, there's something inside of me. I am not my flaws. I am not my weaknesses, but I am my strength. I am my substance, who I am. Sometimes you got to kick game to yourself. You got to encourage yourself, because so many people out there, they think they know who you are. They think they know all about you, and they want to size you up. They want to judge you. But They might say something to bring you down, or they might do something to bring you down, or you're at work, somebody is bothering you, or at school, so sick of papers and midterms and finals, and it's like, why do you wait till the last minute to give me everything? Why didn't you tell me this before, right? So you're thinking like, I'm not capable enough to handle all this pressure. I'm not capable enough to pull the strength for myself and get this stuff done. I don't even want to start it until it's the last minute. But I'm telling you, you got to encourage yourself. You got to say, you know what? I'm not going to hurt myself like that. I'm going to take it step by step and one thing at a time and one sentence at a time. And when I have no more left, I'm going to walk away. And when I have something else to say, I'm going to add some more. That's how we have to handle our situation. That's how we have to handle life. Today, our 3 principles for today are, number 1 is tell yourself how great you are. Really, you really have to sit back and say, you know what? I am special. I am different. I like my hair. Like, I get to, you may not have hair like everybody else, but you say, you know what? I get the best weave. You might not have smaller feet, but you say, you know what? I like shoes. I got the best taste in shoes. You got to tell yourself that, like, little things, it sounds stupid, but you all day long you're beating yourself up. Oh no, I didn't do this. I should have ironed my dress a little bit. I should have did this. I should have wear more makeup. I should have wore a different belt. I should have did this. I should have did that. We're going through our morning wishing shoulda, woulda, coulda. Oh, I should have went to bed earlier last night. I should have been out last night. I should have been doing this. I should have been doing that. Beating ourselves up. But I'm saying lift yourself up and saying, you know what, I can do this. I can move forward. I got to tell myself I'm great because nobody else will. Nobody's sitting there telling you, hey, you did a good job with that. You did. Oh, they'll say, yeah, that's your job. You got to do that. You got to do that. But they'll never tell you when it's right. They'll always tell you when you're wrong. They'll always tell you when you do something wrong. But you got to know that, you know what, I'm going to be the one to tell myself that I did something right. You sitting there mumbling to yourself. Nobody knows what you're saying, but you're like, no, you know what? Forget what everybody has to say. I'm going to tell myself what I need to hear. I need to encourage myself. I have a dream. I may not be able to tell no one in the world, but I can tell myself this is what I plan on doing. This is what I will do. Write it down. I mean, writing it down is like having a conversation as well. You're just telling yourself, look, this is real. What I had in my mind, I have a piece of paper in my hand right now. What I have in my mind is real. When I felt like, hey, I feel like everybody needs motivation every single day. I feel like we should have a wake-up call. It's going to help me. It's going to help other people. Why not? It was a thought. Then I said, let me go take a pen and let me write down what I have to say. All right, I wrote down some things. Now it became real. So when you write down your dreams, they become real. Number 2 is change your flaws to finesse. Like, you have flaws, right? You have flaws. You have things that you don't like, but I want you to take the very thing that you don't like and flip it around. You can't fit in them jeans. Well, look, I'm bootylicious. You can't make it, on time. You know what? At least I made it. Whatever it is that you have an issue with, you got to talk to yourself and say, you know what? No, that's not where, that's not my limit. Like, I'm not going to stop myself, and I'm not going to say this is where I stop, but this is just the beginning. But if you don't say I love my thighs, you're never going to lose weight. If you don't say, you know what, I love my family, you're never going to be a good family member, a good parent, a good wife, a good husband, a good girlfriend, a good boyfriend. You're never going to be that if you don't even like yourself. So you got to turn all your flaws and just finesse them, like, you know what, it's okay. Pat yourself on the back, like, you know what, you're going to do better next time. It's all right. Because we're so hard and we're so critical on ourselves. We beat ourselves up. I want you to see that. I want you to hear that. I want you to know that. Like, you don't need any haters because you're the biggest hater. You are your own biggest hater. You say you don't do this well. Somebody say you look nice today. Well, you don't really know, girl. This shirt is $3 or this. We start bringing ourselves down. Why? You gotta say, look, I did it. I'm okay. I'm good. Like, it's okay to be good sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. Now, I'm not saying walk around like a peacock, like, yeah, I did that, and like some people don't have no problems with self-esteem, but they have real issues. Like they really, but most of those people that are flaunting and doing things like that, they have some real deep issues because they feel like they have to make up for it. And what I'm saying to you, like, work on yourself from the inside out. One day they will see. They don't see it now, but they will see. But you got to work on you. There's no way in the world you're going to get to the level you want to get to if you don't even want to work on yourself. How can you change other people and you haven't even mastered yourself? How can you say I want a bigger house when you haven't mastered cleaning your house now? How can you say I want a bigger car when you never clean your car now? How can you say I want more things in my life when you don't want to spend any more time than you do spend on work? If you want those things, you have to sacrifice, and that's what you have to do. You got to be open. Like, even when you see flaws, if somebody point them out to you, you're just like, you know what? All right, I appreciate that. Don't take offense. Thank you for that. Thank you. I'm going to work on that. I'm going to work on myself. I don't have to have a big ego. I don't have to have all this pride going for, like, that's, you know, if I have pride now, I'm going to fall later. I'd rather be humble now and then they have to bring me up, because I'm not going to bring myself up. I'm going to stay humble until it's my time. I stayed humble. When I used to drive my car and they used to laugh at me, I stayed humble. I was like, it's okay. They might be laughing now, but I see you walking. I got a car. At least that, you know, I'd rather walk. I'd rather walk than drive a big old van like that. Well, you know what? That's all right, because I don't drive it anymore. I told myself, I'm going to be driving a different car every day of the week, so why does it matter that you want to laugh at me now? You ain't going to be laughing later? But you have to tell yourself these things in your mind. You don't know that change starts in your mind. But you know today, like, change has to start up here first. So you have to take every negative and turn it into a positive. Look, I don't like this about myself. What am I going to do about it this week? What am I going to change about myself this week? You have to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. When you work harder on yourself, that's why people say they read books, they read things about success, they read things like, you have to be a student of success to have success. You have to be a student to find out, why did this singer make it? They don't even sing as well as the other ones. Or why did this dancer make it? They don't even dance as well as the other ones, but they learned the keys to success. They learned how to build a business. They were not just an artist. They built their business. That's why they made it. They went and studied something they had no idea about. You can't be afraid to learn. You can't be afraid to be open. You can't be afraid to get draw on others' experiences. A lot of things I didn't do because I saw somebody else do it, and I was like, I don't want that to be me. I'd rather learn from your mistakes than my own, because it will hurt a lot less. Why do I have to go and say, well, I want to try it out for myself? Well, let me go try crack cocaine for myself. It doesn't make sense. If I know it's not good, I'm not going to touch it. You know? That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys gotta know that you gotta change your flaws, change them, and say, you know what, this is no longer a flaw for me. One day I had to say, you know what, having 3 children is not a hindrance for me. They are a blessing. I get more love than the normal parent. I get more, time and quality. Like, you don't understand your blessing is right in front of you. You don't appreciate what you have. You're over here chasing this and chasing that, but you don't appreciate what you have. Appreciate what you have and say, it's not a flaw. I'm a user. That same van I said it was ugly, the same van was making me money in my business. The same van, I was using it. My flaw, I turned my flaw into some success. I turned something that I didn't like, and I finally said, you know what, I'm going to turn this around. But the first thing I have to do is embrace it. Number 3, you got to look in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know what? I love everything about me. I don't want to be nobody else. It's the truth. I don't want to be you. I want to be myself. I love my talents. I love my gifts. I love what I can do. I love what I can't do. I love what I'm passionate about. I love the things I don't care about. It's all right. It's me. I don't want to be you. I don't care what you have. I don't care what you drive. I don't want to be you, because I want to did that you did. I want to said that you said, and I would have had more, I would have handled things a little differently than how you handled it. You want to handle it your way. I want to handle it my way. You want your life to look a certain way. I don't want my life to look like that. I might like this portion and that portion of that person's life and that portion of another person's life, but I don't want I don't want to have your whole life. I take that piece, and I'll take that piece, and I'll take that piece from different people, and I make my own life. That's what you have to do. You have to build your passion, build on the things you're passionate about, and create a life that you love. All day long, you can do different things that you love. That can happen. You don't have to be working forever at a place that you hate. You don't have to be doing something that you're bored with. You don't have to be settling for less. Look in the mirror and say, what is it about me that's special? What is it about me that I love? And let me stick with that. Let me think on that. Most of the day we go through thousands of negative thoughts. But once you Try a day when you think positive thoughts. Try a time where you say, I'm not going to complain for the next 30 days. I challenge you not to complain for the next 30 days and see what happens. And instead of complaining, you start to fill your mind with positive things. You start to say, you know what, I'm grateful for this and I'm grateful for that. Be grateful instead of complaining. You got to know that you are different, and it's okay to be different. It's okay to be separated from the crowd, because guess what? Are you gonna go and take your paycheck and separate everybody that you want to hang with? No. You're going to your own path, your own direction. That's when you was born. It wasn't you and your posse. It was just you. When it was born, it wasn't anybody else that came out the womb but you. Everybody else had their own time. So this is your life. This is your time. You don't need anybody. You need to depend on yourself, and you need to get yourself where you need to go. I'm here to kick you in the butt to say, look, you had some things you said you was going to do. So what are you doing about it? What are you doing? All you have to do is take one step. I'm not asking for 50. Take one step today. And then I want you to take that step, and I want it to be the best effort you can give it. And then tomorrow I want you to take another step. And the next day, I want you to take another step. And the next day, I want you to take another step. I don't care if you was on a football field. If you took it one step at a time and you walk slower than a turtle, eventually you will finish, right? So that's what I'm saying to you. You just got to keep taking one step put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. Know that being different is okay. Different is great. Different is all right. The people that's on top, they're different. They're not like everybody else. It's because they're different. That's why people are attracted to them. You got to be different in your own way. You got to stand for what you believe in. You got to do what you got to do, because guess what? Somebody else wants to be you. Like you want to be that other person, somebody else wants to be you. Somebody's looking at you like, man, I wish I had what you had. I wish I could do what you do. I wish I could do this like you do this. I wish I could do that like you do that. Somebody else wants to be you. So you got to know that even though you feel like you don't have it all together, in some areas you do have it together. And so you have to encourage yourself. When life keeps beating on you and beating on you and beating on you, you got to say, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm going to stand up to this. What actions am I going to take so I can punch life right back in the face? Because I'm ready to move forward. I'm not going to let this stop me. This is going to be a fight. And then in the end, you know you win. But you never win if you lay down. You never win if you say, well, you know, this is the way life is. I got to take it or leave it. This is the way it's always been in my family. I'll never be anything more. You got to let that go. You got to say it's okay to be different. So I need you to tell yourself how great you are. Tell yourself, I'm great. I'm amazing. I'm an amazing person. I love myself. It sounds so weird because we don't do it. Isn't that weird? You can tell everybody else great things about themselves, but you cannot tell yourself anything. So you got to tell yourself how great you are when you're encouraging yourself. You have to. You got to say things that's sweet to you. If they ain't saying what you want to hear, you say it to yourself. I like the way you did this. I like the way you do that. I like the way you put your outfit together. I like the way you are honest with people. I love your heart. I love how you're so sensitive. I love how you're so caring. I love how you don't take any nonsense from people. Talk to yourself. Then next thing you gotta do is change your flaws to finesse. You gotta change the things that are not positive, and you just gotta pat yourself on the back and say, you know what, you did that. And you rub on yourself and say, you know what, it's okay. Don't worry about that. That's going to change. That situation's going to change, and you won't be seen in the same light anymore. And number 3, I need you to look in the mirror and love it. Look in the mirror and love it. Love who you are. Love being you. I get to get up every day. I get to go to work. I get to go to school. I get to take care of my children. I get to do this. I get to do that. It's not a drudge. Some other people wish they had your paycheck. They wish they had your money. They wish they had your car. They wish so many different things. Somebody else is looking at you. So you got to love who you are and stop trying to be like somebody else. Be yourself and love yourself. So that's really all that I had today. Tonight, I just want to remind you guys about the prayer line. Just come back on at 9 o'clock, and we're going to be praying. And a lot of things, man, I didn't get a success until I started taking that real seriously, like until I really started adding. And we try to compartmentalize some things, and sometimes you just gotta trust and have faith and pull that in all together and then get direction for your life. So that's what we're doing. It's like your dreams. We pray for that. We pray for the things that you want to do, the things that you got to do. So we're going to do that tonight at 9 o'clock. Don't miss it. It's going to be great. All right, guys. I love you. Y'all have a good day.